Night Crusader Series Episode 3, History of Dragon Part 2, Sanctuary of the DarkLight. Table of Contents. Chapter 1, Problematic Emergence. Chapter 2, Aimless Traveler Makes New Friends. Chapter 3, Dinner Time. Chapter 4, Exploitation and Belligerence. Chapter 5, Sacrifices of Retribution. This is the chapter where we see Darius offer his first sacrifice to the fire beast. Chapter 6, Darius Goes Underground. Chapter 7, Getting Away from It All. Chapter 8, Greg the Genie. This is the chapter where Darius and Greg really start to become good friends. Chapter 9, Darius rises to prominence in Dragon. Chapter 10, The Ultimate Magical Spectacular. Chapter 11, Bat Attack. Chapter 12, Call for Reinforcements. Chapter 13, Darius's Pet Dragon Demonstration. Chapter 14, Prospective New Allies. This is the chapter where Fight for Right meets the magicians who practice the sorcery of the light. Someone who can counter the dark sorcerers who have been cropping up all over Dragon the past several years. Chapter 15, Dragon Spawn. Chapter 16, The Disciples of Donovan Simpson Join the Rebellion. Chapter 17, The Rebellion resolves to utilize Destinia. That's a city of Destinia. Chapter 18, Tamara's Quest. Chapter 19, Death of Tamara. Chapter 20, Mourning of Darius. Chapter 21, The Genetically Altered Fruit of the Dragon's Seed. Chapter 22, Darius prepares his dragon to strike. Chapter 23, the rebellion reacts as the DarkLight pursues total dominion. Chapter 24, the rebellion enacts missions of rescue. Chapter 25, the attack of the serpent babies. Chapter 26, the new rebel city. Chapter 27, demonic terrorism and the new city. Chapter 28, strike against Destinia. Chapter 29, Darius meets Donovan Simpson, the DarkLight's greatest magician meets the Rebellion's greatest magician. Chapter 30, The Stalker Gets Stalked. Chapter 31, Night Crusader Layla confronts Sarah the Enchantress. Chapter 32, Wastelandia, the domain of Simonia the Witch. Chapter 33, Pursuing a New Course. Chapter 34, The Rebellion Invades Tamara City. Chapter 35, Final Victory. Chapter 36, Imprisonment. Chapter 37, Migration and Departure. Chapter 38, Once the Great Unrest Was Over. And Chapter 39, Fight for Right Chapter Reformation. And Chapter 40, Conclusion. That is, conclusion of the history of Dragon. This is part 2. This is the second half of the history of Dragon. And it encompasses the era known as the Great Unrest. Of chapter History of Dragon Part 1, Realm of the Invader, covered the Alien Invasion era, and Sanctuary of the DarkLight covers the Great Unrest.